Welcome back to the SMT YouTube channel. In today's video, we discuss the ongoing problems and issues that EchoStar, Dish Wireless, Boost Mobile faces, the pushback they're getting from, this FCC. And you've got two main items here that have become problematic. The probe itself is delving into two key things which impact EchoStar, the parent company of Dish Wireless and Boost Mobile. The first problem is the FCC is probing into the 5G network build-out requirements. The ironic thing is that in the recent past, every time there was a deadline, every time there was a specific requirement that matured and came to pass, Dish basically nailed it. Well, according to them. And that is on the duty of the FCC to ensure that indeed has happened. So I don't know how Dish proves it. I don't know how the FCC reviewed it in the previous iteration of the FCC. Think last administration. But I will say that, in the last administration, Charlie Ergen, Dish, Boost Mobile, right, the 5G network build-out company, they did request some extensions. I think there were a few of them. But things did kind of happen, and even with those extensions, the goals were reached, or the requirements. So according to the FCC, quote, Dish said that they did. We need to work through the data. So Brendan Carr, the FCC chair, is doubtful that these things have been reached, which is ironic because that was the job of the FCC before him. It was to their requirement to have to analyze, review, and have that proof there. The second item is the 2 gigahertz spectrum, the utilization of this particular asset. Dish said that it would appropriately put the spectrum to use per their FCC agreement. Otherwise, Dish could potentially lose it, and it could be reassigned. In this instance, I want you to think about kind of Elon, SpaceX, Starlink, and the operations that they could leverage that particular bandwidth. It would be huge for them. So there is kind of some political angling to this. I'm definitely willing to say that I do recognize it. But the FCC clearly has it out for Dish. Now, the problem is, Dish was created as a fourth carrier by the Department of Justice. And we're talking about 5 years ago. This is something that has been in place for a long time. The thought process was, we're losing Sprint. Let's create a fifth carrier, or a new fourth carrier out of Dish. And let's give them what they need to succeed and all those kind of things, and all that's great. But this is a different chair. And this is a different year, and these people don't see things the same way. So the FCC's position is very clear. They're done with Dish. They're absolutely done with Dish. They would love nothing more than to pull and pry and take their spectrum away from them and then get more money from the reassignment of it. I think that's what this boils down to. Let's be serious. It almost feels like bullying at times. And it's low-hanging fruit because, what power does Dish have? What power does Boost Mobile have? We know that Charlie Ergen, the president and chairman, he'd rather litigate than innovate. So you're kind of feeding into what he's trying to accomplish. He's trying to make it to 2027. I think its destiny is to just sell the spectrum. I mean, I don't even think Dish Boost Mobile cares about the 7+ million customers. I don't think they care about the radios and antennas that they've hung and built tower sites. But in regards to the FCC, Dish has lost nothing but customers, right? We all know that, actually. It's not just FCC. They've lost 2 million customers since acquiring the assets. They did grow last quarter, so I'm willing to acknowledge that, but the losses have been heavy. And, if you watch, and this goes back to 2019, if you watch my video on 5 reasons why Dish will fail, we've seen most of those play out. And if you've seen the video on why Dish would succeed, the 5 things, they haven't really hit on many of those things, right? So, yeah, this is a tough situation. So for those of you that have wanted to understand what's happening here, yes, there's a political angle to this. Yes, Dish and Boost Mobile is under fire. What does that mean for customers? Not much in the short term, not even much in the midterm. But, how things play out indicates or dictates whether or not Dish and EchoStar and Boost is around beyond the next couple of years. Dish consistently under fire. Charlie Ergen consistently under fire. Let me know what you guys think about this, though. Drop me some comments. Like, share, subscribe. Check out some more videos. We'll see you guys soon on the next one.